Hello, everyone. So we'll keep it pretty simple for right now because we want to show you the film. So Coal-Blooded is a 6-minute documentary film about the coal export facility in Southeast Newport News and its impact on the community.
Millions of tons of coal move through Southeast Newport News every year through the city's coal terminal, but that much coal near people's homes can cause a lot of issues.
They interviewed community members, activists, researchers, and elected officials as they sought to understand, to denaturalize, and to grapple with what a more environmentally just future might look like. They turned their ruthless criticism into a truly outstanding documentary short that has already been viewed over 1,000 times and will likely be entered in the 2023 Richmond Environmental Film Festival.
I'm so proud to have created something that sparks dialogue and grateful for the Richmond Environmental Film Festival for continuing the conversation and recognizing the time and effort that went into it. Thank you to everyone that was a part of making this film happen. It was your expertise, guidance, and support that brought us to where we are today. There's so much for us to learn about the natural world and the often overlooked abuse that plagues communities that are unable to fight back. This is my first documentary film, and it has truly set a fire in me to continue my storytelling journey. I hope you see Newport News in a new light and feel inspired to find other stories that have never been told. Enjoy the film.
Coal has been here, at least 100 years.
This is not a singular thing in one place. This is systemic throughout the entire U.S.
You can't fully ignore it. It's there. So when you see giant piles of coal, you're going to pay attention to it in some way, shape, or form.
What are they doing in our community?
Why is this being allowed?
What does this entire system look like?
My name is Dr. Johnny Finn. I'm an associate professor of geography. In my research, I focus on the history of racial segregation in American cities, and especially on how that history kind of reverberates through the present day in terms of racial, economic, and environmental inequality and injustice. The coal facility that is just on the kind of the west end of Southeast Newport News is one of really dozens of environmental toxins surrounding one of the most marginalized communities in the city.
My name is Asa Townsend. I came here in 2013 to come to college. I spent 1 year out of town, but then I pretty quickly came back because this place felt like home to me. A couple things that I've picked up on, I realized that their main function is to transport, which is fitting because of where they're located, right? I mean, we can get the coal onto trains, we can get it onto boats or barges, and I think Newport News and Norfolk export possibly more coal than any other location in the US.
My name is McKinley Price, born here in Newport News. I've been mayor now going on 12 years. As it comes in on the train, it is placed depending upon the grade in various piles. So companies or industries own or lease various plots where that coal is stored.
Some of that coal is used to generate power, and some of that coal is used as like a metallurgic coal for the process of steel making.
Having those things, the existence of a coal terminal or a shipyard or a garbage incinerator, lowers the value of land surrounding it, which effectively economically pushes lower income communities closer to those areas and creates a situation in which, in order to buy yourself away from this environmental toxin, you have to have the economic resources to do so. On the one hand, facilities target Black, brown, and low-income communities, partly out of probably conscious and unconscious racism, and also partly out of the fact that they know these communities have the least economic and political clout to fight back.
Hi, my name is Uganda Sample Jones. I am a resident in the East End community of Newport News. I'm a business owner, and I'm a fighter for what's right. I think people that actually live there, because it has been there for so long, feel like it's nothing that can be done. Just a part of life of living downtown. But downtown is being gentrified. And trust and believe, when we get a different demographics of people who know how to fight for environmental justice, then things are gonna be done. So why not do it now while the people have been suffered for so many years in the community? Get it done now.
I would love to believe that organizations do everything that they can to make sure that those potential negative effects is mitigated in some way, shape, or form.
They are a company that has made sure that the regulations as far as environmental controls that the state puts on them have been sought.
But I don't know to what extent the coal depot is going above and beyond. Maybe they're doing what they have to do and maybe that's it.
No matter what controls you have on dust and whatnot, there's going to be dust. I mean, I live in this community as well, and always on my back porch, there's always dust that we have to wash down and whatnot. So you figure if it's on furniture, if it's in your yard, it's also going to get into your lungs and into your system.
And what you see on this map, the geography of asthma is largely the same as the racial geography. And so we can start to kind of suss out these relationships or these correlations between the production of racial inequality, the production of economic inequality, and how it has impacts on different kinds of health indicators, including, in this case, asthma.
My name is Angela Harris, born and raised in Newport News, Virginia. When we talk about environmental justice, we're taking a holistic approach that is not just the natural, it's the political, the cultural, the economical, as well as the spiritual.
We need someone that is educated on the projects that are happening and make sure that the people that are doing the research, the people that are spending the money are connected with the people who are affected. And then you get a real synopsis of what we can do to make changes and how they can work.
I would like to see funding placed knowing what the future is going to be for a company like this. So when we stop using coal as a resource, being able to change the environment back to what it was.
We can't just pretend that if the coal depot just magically disappeared tomorrow, that everything would be fixed. And so if we engage in a more gradual transition towards cleaner energy, that company will be forced to either adjust to do something cleaner, or they will shrink over time.
Most people, if it doesn't affect them directly, they don't care about it. They have no desire or interest in trying to pursue. That's somebody else's problem. Well, it doesn't affect me. I don't have any coal on my furniture. My car is clean.
Everybody have a role at the table, and that way we can all move from a position of strength.
We have a lot to do regarding our relationship with our environment. If we're putting in all of that time, effort, money, research, and science into making what's obviously a finite and dirty energy production a little bit better, how much of that can we dial back into looking at cleaner energy options in the first place?
We are a midpoint between Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. We can really bring a vision where people will love to come here and visit.
Look at the potential of what this could be. I mean, we're waterfront, deep water. This could be a small Manhattan. Think of that. But it's not going to happen until the funding is available to clean this environment up. So I think it would benefit not only the city of Newport News, but the region for the potential of what this property could be.